of introductions.
I didn't even do nothing to your fat
game,
bitch. Oh, I can't wait, nigga. Don't talk to me for the rest of the game.
Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it.
Don't talk to me for the rest of the game, nigga. You wait.
Set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Columbus Aviators. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Damn, and I got the ball first? I hate this shit. Damn. I need clean grass so I can pour this motherfucker. Liquid.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Potter. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Kick my ass, nigga. What is that nigga even doing in the game?
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense.
All right, I'll take that opportunity to make some adjustments. Oh, I fucking hate you. Oh, man. All right, he can stay in. It said we waiting on you. It said we waiting on you, cuz.
It's calling the timeout here.
There we go.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Pretty fucking weak.
6 yards to go here on second down.
Don't come out playing that zone shit. That zone shit ain't gonna help you with me, cuz.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jenkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Oh, get out of there.
Now out of the gun. Oh, look at
Get your ass up.
No.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
See that guard pull? Watch him.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go.
Oh,
he lost the football.
we don't want to fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Detroit! Green, 39!
The play clock's running down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up fourth. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete to open things up.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
Oh, don't blame it on her, cuz.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Bring that angel over there.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Ward. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 11 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
What you do to give up Devontae? I mean, to get Devontae.
Because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him
Like
out before he knew it. He had hit the sideline.
All right, I'll go check the transaction. God damn, man. Fucking bump.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Ooh.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Now back to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield.
There we go.
Stripe.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the
drive
field.
for that
And you know, their previous possession, they were
they
able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot.
Oh, big fella.
Spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Basically, be cold as shit, huh?
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Drop to throw.
Damn, I think he was saying that.
Mike Daniels with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now this offense ready to head back out there. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach Can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae.
Way to go.
Freeman.
Way to go,
Looking
big fella.
for
Get
a
off that
seam,
block.
Finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Alongside the former defensive back, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Columbus football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Back to throw. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rodriguez. Touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
On the return, Clay. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Now a handoff here to his running back.
A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Benjamin's got it. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Oh.
Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Oh, wow.
The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a
fuck me
point
like
yet.
that.
Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's
At
almost
least take me
11
out
to
to
the
dinner if
ball
you're gonna fuck
on
me.
every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
No, check. Patriot. Back in that Philly. Here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Hey. Over. All right, now, look at 57. Over.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'll call it
Really,
Locker
quarterback?
skill, whatever the case is.
I'll
They're
put
feeling
Matt
good
Stafford
about
back
just
in,
keeping the
bitch. Don't
football
play with
there.
me.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burgess. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a
Got
chance
to,
to think about turning it upfield.
Fucking hands is cold as shit.
Leopard, set. Green, 39.
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah,
Get
and
me my ball back.
We focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right.
Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. They're able to get a couple here,
Strip that
but won't
bitch.
get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. The ball comes out, and it'll be a turnover.
Are y'all kidding me? Hold on to the ball!
These years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Hold the ball.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll set up a throw. Keeps himself upright. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Raekwon McMillan from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and a mile. Looking to throw. And he fends him off. And now running right through him. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Whitney Merciless in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it?
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Rodriguez. And all the way in for the touchdown.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now.
Hey,
right?
Lexi, don't get beat up. I'll beat you.
Normally, I'm one preaching patience. Yeah. You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second.
And got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing.
Hit that.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away, now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll
Who
look to
you
throw.
throwing the ball
And this
to?
one's incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hands, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Jenkins. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
Back to throw here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Oh, one-on-one, baby. One-on-one, baby.
Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively.
Here we go now. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot.
One-on-one.
To throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and as a result, possession switches hands. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. look to throw now on first down. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vontaze Burfict. From his outside linebacker spot, he comes up to drop him for a loss of 10.
Y'all never go pitch all out, cuz.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rodriguez. And he'll get it up near
Good
the
defense,
35,
guys. Good
right at the
defense.
34 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the ball comes loose, but fortunately...
Come on, man! We got 6 players right there!
And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Hi, Daddy.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
They'll look to throw here.
Why was there nobody there? Come on, man.
He will have a first down here at about the 40. They'll give him 8 on the play, and on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Back now in Columbus. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route.
You can't fucking dive like that, man. God damn.
Friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Is Maya home? I don't think she likes when you yell.
Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
LOL, hi DD.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete right side to Benjamin. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they can put him in a number of different places. In line, H-back, put him in the slot. In this case, they put him out wide. Matchup nightmare. Who are you going to send out to cover him? And he picks up a 1st down with that catch.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jenkins. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. They're going to look to throw. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Under pressure.
Come on, man.
He will go down.
Move. I'm trying to run. Run.
In there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Here we go now. Green.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a hit jarred and loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit from behind.
What are y'all doing back there?
Blair Brown in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Fuck, man, what are y'all doing?
Run, Dud, run. The zombie apocalypse started now in California.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Why haven't you come to get me then?
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And Charles, in a very one-sided
Why
affair,
haven't you come to get me then?
For you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that, because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us.
Stretch.
I can't drive.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get, a big-time producer.
That's right.
Keep them here.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He goes underneath to Freeman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll set up a throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. They'll set up to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And that one results in 35 yards. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. Oh, the spin. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Checking in on Houston. It's in the 4th quarter there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. 2nd and just 1. They'll look to throw. They shakes him off. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. No, check. Patriot. Back there in that Philly, here we go. Leopard, Detroit, let's go. Detroit, Randy. Detroit. Here we go now.
Back to throw here. Unable to corral it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. He'll look to throw, and it'll be 2nd and 12. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and the Cowboys have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather, of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time,
Daddy, can you to say sorting Charles doesn't believe me?
in today's football, where receivers break
Hey,
tackles,
Charles.
make
What's
people
up, buddy?
miss.
Can you hear me?
Escaping this time as he'll go down. They got
Can you hear
him
me,
for a
Charles?
sack. Blair Brown able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. They'll drop to throw.
Now, why are you
And that is incomplete.
He heard.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got
He
the
says
lead
what's
fourth
up.
quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Cowboys. Over the middle, complete. That's Jenkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And they give this time to the tailback. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will
Really?
get the football
This
back.
game fucking sucks,
A fumble
cuz.
lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
My shit just came up safety. What did your shit just say?
Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They
man.
want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to
This
avoid that
game.
label of being a fumble machine.
It is
This
a label
game,
that is
man.
hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rodriguez. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the
Whoa,
point of
man,
this, but they'll
man.
stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain
What a
throughout
fucking
the
fumble
entire game.
fuck
But
fest.
these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable